Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to C.O. Brown Stadium for the first road game in Michigan for the 2018 Rockford Rivets. The Rivets have been up and down on the road, picking it up a little bit in recent weeks. They have a 6-8 record away from Rivets Stadium. They'll play the Bombers in Battle Creek for the first time this year. These teams have played twice in Rivets Stadium already. Both those times it was a pitching duel, a 3-2 walk-off win for the Rockford Rivets in the bottom of the 11th. In the first game and the second game, it was another pitching duel. Amani Godfrey threw a complete game shutout, and the Battle Creek Bombers put up 2 in the top of the second and never looked back. The final score, 2-0, Battle Creek over Rockford. Tonight, with recent trends and the doubleheader causing a lot of stress on a lot of pitching staffs, it could be a different story here in Battle Creek, In Rivets Stadium, a stadium that was early season dominated by pitching duels. The Rivets put up 15 there 2 nights ago in a 15-1 win, and they allowed 21 in a 21-9 loss to the Kalamazoo Growlers. So the bats coming alive all over the place. Battle Creek put up 20 of their own last night in Fond du Lac against the Dock Spiders. On the mound for the Battle Creek Bombers will be number 24, Michael McCraith. McCraith stands 6'3", 220 pounds. Throws with his right hand from Evans, Georgia. Wheaton College baseball player throws a strike to Pat Leffler to start off his day. And a hot day it is, as right now, 91 degrees, and the sun barreling down on C.O. Brown Stadium. Ball there, count goes 1-1. 2-2 on the season is McCraith, 4.24 ERA. That one swung on and fouled back by Leffler. Count goes 1-2, no outs. 0-0 ball game here in the top of the first. 5 games started for McCraith, 23 1/3 innings pitched, 21 strikeouts to 8 walks. That one goes low in the zone. Count goes even at 2-2. Most recently, it was a tough outing for McCraith. He started and threw the first inning in Green Bay, but was not able to go any farther than the first. Allowed 5 runs, 1 of them earned. Misses there with a ball. Count goes 3-2. It was only 5 hits, but he hit the 35 pitch limit and was not able to return for the second inning of work. The payoff pitch to Leffler. Swung on, high fly ball. Going to be in shallow right center field. And tracking it down is the center fielder, Thomas. So 1 out, 1 away here in the top of the first for the Rivets versus the Battle Creek Bombers defense. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Rockford Rivets. Pat Leffler just led off. He's playing DH. Ryan Cole now up to bat, the center fielder in the 2 spot. Jacob Vanderwall, 12-game road hit streak for the Rockford Rivets. He bats in the 3 spot playing right field. First pitch to Cole in the strike zone. Count goes 0-1. Mascarella, the catcher, will be 4th. Mason Template, second base, 5th. Hal Hughes at short is playing another called strike there. Hal Hughes at short is batting in the 6th spot. In the bottom 3 is Corey Wright at first, Brock Martin in left field, and Justin Walker at third base. The 0-2 misses off the plate. Counts now 1-2 with 1 out here. Top of the first inning. 0-0 game between the Rockford Rivets and the Battle Creek Bombers. 1-2 misses high. Count goes 2-2. A big storyline for McCraith after having to exit in Green Bay after only 1 inning of work is just trying to get through that first inning, which is a hump he couldn't get over last time. The 2-2 high in the zone. Counts now full for Ryan Cole. So good with his eyes at the plate. Second on the team in walks this season. The payoff pitch coming from McCraith. Kicks and deals. Misses outside, and after 2 called strikes, Ryan Cole doesn't swing at the next 4 pitches, and he walks on 6 total pitches. Already 12 pitches with 1 away here in the top of the first. Jacob Vanderwall's turn now to step up to the plate. Vanderwall playing right field today. Like I mentioned, a 12-game road hitting streak. Every game he's played in on the road this season, he's been able to get a hit. And it will continue as that one will drop into shallow left field. The road hit streak for Vanderwall is now at 13 games. For Vanderwall, maybe it says road on the score sheet, but for him, he is a Grand Rapids, Michigan native, and he has some family here tonight. His parents making their way over to Battle Creek to watch him play, and they're going to be pleased with the 1-pitch single for Vanderwall. Runners on first and second, 1 out here, top first. Now will be Wyatt Mascarella at the dish. Mascarella bats from the right side. 6'3", 215-pound catcher at St. John's. Just finished up his junior year there. Transferred from McHenry County Community College. Cary, Illinois native takes the first pitch. Swings on this one, and it's going to get down in the gap. Ryan Cole has the wheels. He'll score easily. Vanderwall rounding third will hold. 1-0 Rockford here in the top of the first. And the Rockford Rivets, after the leadoff batter Leffler flies out, a walk and 2 singles have scored Ryan Cole. Runners on the corners now, top of the first, with 1 out. And it will be Mason Template coming up to the dish now. First pitch to Template is in the strike zone, called strike. Template, the first left-handed batter in this lineup since Pat Leffler let us up. This one is swung on, high fly ball by Template. Will it be enough to score Vanderwall? It will not, as a diving catch in center field by Thomas gets an ovation from the crowd. And so that was a 2-pitch fly out. And it will be Hal Hughes now with runners on the corners and 2 outs. Vanderwall over at third, such a smart base runner, had a true steal of home in Kenosha earlier this year. And let's see if Hal can bring him home there, as he's lost the sacrifice opportunity. That one missed the strike zone. Count goes 1-0 for Hughes. Eighteenth pitch of McCraith's first inning coming. The 1-0. Swung on by Hughes. It's going to go high, fly down the right field line, and it will drop into foul territory. Counts even now, 1-1. The right fielder, Brown, was charging on it. And let's take a look at the Bombers' defense. Cargan will play behind the plate. The infield's made up of Henderson, Trujillo, Baker, and Kippen, and the outfield is Bailey, Thomas, and Brown. The 1-1 upcoming to Hughes. First game played in the Eastern time zone for the Rivets as well, as they're knocking out a 4-game road trip between the Bombers and the Kalamazoo Growlers, after just seeing the Kalamazoo Growlers last night and the night before for a 2-game homestand against the Bears. That one's in the strike zone, called strike. Count goes 1-2. Crate sets and deals to the righty Hughes. Swung on, and that should get down for a hit. And an RBI single now for Hal Hughes brings home Vanderwall. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. So the hot offense continues for the Rivets. The question marks will be upcoming with the defense that struggled mightily last night. Cole Belair giving up 9 runs in the first inning of his finale in a Rivets uniform. So tough to see, as he could only get 2 outs and had to hand it over to the bullpen, who tried to piece together the broken game. Swing and a foul ball there for Corey Wright, playing first today. In the event of a single, Mascarella has shown that he has decent wheels on second. No stolen bases for him, but he has had some smart base running opportunities in the past that he's taken care of. So maybe on a good opportunity, he might be able to punch another one home. That one goes high. Count goes even at 1-1. 2 outs here. McCraith at 22 pitches in the top of the first. 2-0. The Rockford Rivets lead the Battle Creek Bombers. The 1-1 just off the outside of the plate. Can't get the call for a strike. Now a hitter's count at 2-1. A 4+ hour bus ride for the Rockford Rivets today, getting on the bus and leaving at around 10:45, 10:50 in the morning. With the delay, with the time zone change, excuse me, it ended up looking like a 5-hour bus ride, if you account for that. Nonetheless, a long time to get off, and now some angsty players ready to score some runs, which they've already done. 2-0 here, and a swing and a miss there from Corey Wright. So McCraith gets out of a little bit of a jam there to end the inning, but 2 Rivets come across to take the early 2-0 lead. on the mound for the Rockford Rivets for his final time, tentatively, in a Rivets uniform this summer is Chase Keeter, the Bellevue, Iowa native. Throws with his right hand, stands 6'3", 170 pounds this year in 5 starts. Has a 3-1 record, a 2.93 ERA, and 30 2/3 innings pitched. The first pitch swinging from Will Baker goes high, fly ball, and doesn't even get out of the infield as it's Hal Hughes all over it. So a one-pitch pop out for the Battle Creek Bombers to start their offensive performance today. In those 30 2/3 innings pitched, he's allowed 28 hits, which does lead the Rivets in hits allowed by a pitcher. Has struck out 20 and walked 10. Most recently, he, just like McCraith, started against Green Bay. He had a better outing than McCraith had in 5 innings, allowed 2 earned runs, 5 hits, struck out 3, and walked 3. Called strike there against Alec Cargan. Cargan bats second in the order. Will Baker led us off. Henderson batting third. That one misses there. Count goes 1-1. Gartner fourth. Bailey fifth. Thomas sixth. And the bottom 3 are Brown, Kippen, and Roman Trujillo, the shortstop. The 1-1. Breaking ball misses inside. Count goes 2-1 now. Keeter going to be heading home after his game today. The 2-1. Swung on, give me right to Mason Template, the second baseman. Fields cleanly, throws over to Corey Wright on first. And after 5 pitches, Chase Keeter has 2 down. The defensive alignment for the Rockford Rivets. Behind the plate, Wyatt Mascarella. He'll start his first game after 3 straight starts by Brock Mathis. He relieved Brock Mathis of his duties yesterday after Mathis was just a little bit too tired and was ready to hand over to Mascarella, who started yesterday's game at first base. The infield, Justin Walker at third, Hal Hughes, the shortstop, Mason Template at second. Corey Wright over there on first, called strike to the number 3 batter, Caleb Henderson, to start off his at-bat. The outfield is Brock Martin in left, Ryan Cole in center, and Jacob Vanderwall in right. As a high fly ball down the right field line is going to land in play, but way foul. Almost got into or over the barrier there in foul territory down the first base side. That puts it at an 0-2 count for Henderson. Ball there, misses high. Count goes 1-2. Reback, who's started the last few games in a Rivets uniform in center field, getting the day off today. That one swung out right to Ryan Cole, who makes a diving catch of his own. And so he says to Thomas, the Battle Creek Bombers center field, anything you can do, I can do too. We'll be right back for the top of the second. Back here, it will be Brock Martin to lead off the top of the second after an RBI single by Wyatt Mascarella put the Rivets up 1-0. And an RBI single by Hal Hughes made it 2. 2 balls there to Brock Martin to start his at-bat versus Michael McCraith, 25 pitches in the first inning. But at least he's making it to the second inning after struggling last time out against Green Bay and having to exit after only 1 inning of work. Brock Martin, left fielder from Texas Tech. The 3-0 to him. Called strike there. Count goes 3-1. 30th pitch on the day upcoming for McCraith. Brock Martin bats from the right side. Swings on that one. High fly ball, but it will be right into the glove of the right fielder, Brown, for out number 1 of the top of the second inning. Now the number 9 hitter, Justin Walker, up to round out this batting order for the Rockford Rivets. Justin Walker, the switch hitter, bats from the left side today against the righty McCraith. The first pitch misses high and away. Called ball. Count goes 1-0. Swing on that one, goes right to the second baseman. Bakerfield's clean. He throws a little bit outside for Kippen, but Kippen stands 6'1", 225 pounds, and snatches that one up pretty easy. So 2 up, 2 down here to start the second inning on only 7 pitches for Michael McCraith. Pat Leffler back to lead us off. He flied out to center his last time up. Called strike there. Count goes 0-1. Last half inning, it was a 9-pitch inning for Chase Keeter. The 0-1 now. Again down the strike zone. Leffler doesn't swing. Count goes 0-2. Leffler started off the year playing a lot of first base for this squad that didn't really have any other option at first base. Braden Mosley got the call a couple times before he was waived. And now Leffler, with the arrival of Mascarella, Corey Wright, and Mason Template, has been relieved of his duties and been able to DH, play third base, get a little more work around the horn, which is what Brian Smith, the manager for the Rockford Rivets, wants to do, is let these guys play different positions, because that's what they're going to have to do, especially at the next level. The more versatility you can give yourself, the better option you are for major league and independent teams looking for guys to sign. The 3-2 with 2 outs. Swung on and missed from Pat Leffler. So 3 up, 3 down for McCraith against the Rivets lineup. We'll be right back in just a few moments. Gartner will lead us off here for the bottom of the second inning at C.O. Brown Stadium. Gartner made national headlines in Green Bay this week. That was right back to Keeter, who fields and throws to first. One pitch ground out, right back to Keeter for out number one. Gartner came on when the Bombers were losing 14-0 to Green Bay and got the Green Bay batter to swing on an eFist pitch. Next thing you know, he's on Pardon the Interruption, asking, or the highlights on Pardon the Interruption, and discussing whether it was credit to him or blame on the batter. And, you know, wherever you stand on that one, it's got to be rough to swing and a miss at that eFist pitch that was probably no more than 40 or no more than 50 or so on the gun. First pitch to Connor Bailey is a ball. There's a strike. Count goes even at 1-1 for Connor Bailey. Bailey wears the number 1, stands 5'10", 175 pounds, out of Willamette. Swings on that one, fouls it down the right field side. Count goes 1-2 for Bailey. Junior, originally from San Diego, California. We'll see the pitch upcoming from the 6'3" Keeter. Swings on it again and fouls it again to a similar spot there. Count stays at 1-2. Keeter kicks and deals. Outside, counts now even at 2-2. Like I said, final game in a Rivets uniform this summer tentatively upon the question of playoffs. If that seems like it's in the cards for the Rivets, it might be Keeter coming back, but as it stands right now, tonight is the final time Rivets fans will be able to see Chase Keeter in a Rivets uniform before heading back to Iowa and resting himself for the rest of the summer. A high fly ball out to center field. Ryan Cole backs up and doesn't move all that much, but snags the ball for out number 2 in the bottom of the second. Jalen Thomas makes his way up to the dish now. Chase Keeter threw 1 2/3 innings and 17 pitches thrown on the day. This will be his 9th pitch. If he can, that one's inside. If he was able to get the final out on that pitch, it would have been the second straight 9-pitch inning for Keeter, but this one will go double digits for him. The 1-0. Swung on, high fly ball. Cole's going to have a chance in center, and he'll snag it. And again, a nice play by Ryan Cole at center field ends another inning. We'll be right back for the top of the third. Ryan Cole will lead us off, batting in the 2 spot. Last time up, he walked, and he sees a ball there to start his second at-bat. He was the first run to come across the plate for the Rockford Rivets in this 2-0 lead here, top of the 3rd inning. That one is swung on hard down the left field line, but it is a foul ball. Ryan Cole really getting some pop in his bat the last couple days. Has had his first home run of the year on Wednesday afternoon against Madison. That one's going to be a chop ground ball right to the shortstop Trujillo, who throws on the money for Kippen for out number 1. Cole was among the bottom of this Rivets team in batting average, but has since fought his way up a little bit more and now has a 202. So just getting above 200 in the past couple days. Now it will be Jacob Vanderwall, right fielder, 1 for 1 on the day. Continued the 13-game road hitting streak that he's on. First pitch there goes low in the zone. Count goes 1-0. The 1-0. Swings on that one. Can't find it. Count goes 1-1. Jacob Vanderwall, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Sees the ball there. Count goes 2-1. Swing and a miss there. Counts now even at 2-2. 45th pitch of the day for Michael McCraith. 1 out here, top of the 3rd. Rockford leads Battle Creek 2-0. Nobody on. Misses outside. Counts now full for Vanderwall at 3-2. The payoff pitch. Low in the zone. Called ball. And it'll be a full count walk, and Michael McCraith on his 9th pitch of the inning has 1 on and 1 away. 3 hits on the day for the Rockford Rivets, 2 walks. All 3 hits coming in the first inning. Jimmy Burnett over there on first, pleading the first base coach, as he most likely has the day off. Wyatt Mascarella, the first RBI of the game, came off of his bat. It was in the gap in right field that drove home Ryan Cole pretty easily. Ball there to start his at-bat. Count goes 1-0. Vanderwall over on first. Has a handful of steals this season. He might think about going with 1 out. And especially if Mascarella gets out here, he would definitely, there he is. He's going. The throw to second is going to be off target, and Vanderwall's going to get to third. The throw by Trujillo almost gets away from the third baseman Henderson, and that'll likely be credited as a steal, and then an error to advance Vanderwall to third. The pitch. So the error goes to the second baseman, Baker, and now the count is 2-0 versus Mascarella with a runner on third. Fouls that one back and into the stands here. Count goes 2-1. First error of the game for either side. 2-1 now coming from McCraith to Mascarella. It was a pretty good throw by the catcher Cargan, and it was just the second baseman Baker couldn't handle it, and it ended up getting out to center field. And if Vanderwall doesn't get up and run there, he doesn't get credited with an error. It's just a stolen base. But because of the heads-up base running by Vanderwall and the speed that he's got under his belt, he scrambled all the way to third. And now Mascarella on a fly ball anywhere in the mid to deep outfield could probably score Vanderwall. Fouls that one back. Count stays at 2-2. Pretty good Friday night crowd here at C.O. Brown Stadium. As one of the ball boys here at the stadium brings out the home plate umpire some more baseballs to replenish his supply. Another 2-2 coming from McCraith to Mascarella, trying to get his second RBI on the day. Fouls that one back. Staying alive is Mascarella. No stranger to the big stage. Mascarella, in his last year at St. John's, was a regular at catcher for the Red Storm out there, and in the regional game had 2 home runs in one game. The first St. John's player to do that in a long time in an NCAA regional game. The 2-2. McCraith sets and deals. Swung on, right to Trujillo, who with a good reaction time snags it, and Mascarella grimaces, a little disappointed that he couldn't lift that over Trujillo at short. And a line out for Mascarella, and a big opportunity for Mason Template with 2 outs to put another one on the scoreboard for the Rockford Rivets to put them up 3 on the Battle Creek Bombers. First pitch is outside. Count goes 1-0 for Template. Trujillo is so good in the last series. Started at shortstop both games against the Rockford Rivets. One of the reasons why the Rivets were only able to score 3 runs in those 2 games is because every ball in the infield, and especially to Trujillo, was gobbled up, and no doubt that they got the out. The 1-1 on the outside of the plate, called strike. Template doesn't argue. Counts now 1-2. McCraith, 20th pitch of the inning coming. Vanderwall still on third. 2 outs. 2-0 Rivets lead the Battle Creek Bombers. That one misses. Count goes 2-2. Vanderwall reached on a walk, stole second, and on a catching error by the second baseman, Will Baker, on the steal attempt, he was able to scramble to third. A 2-2 coming now to Mason Template, the LSU Unis second baseman. Here's the pitch. Swung on, going to die in the infield and end up getting to Trujillo, the throw over to first for out number 3. So it's McCraith that gets out of the jam, but the Rivets threatening once again. We'll be right back to see if the Bombers have an answer in the bottom of the second. Bottom of the third. Bottom of the third here at C.O. Brown Stadium. Chase Keeter, only 19 pitches on his day thus far, and Michael Brown now, batting seventh, will get a crack at him. First pitch goes off the glove of Wyatt Mascarella. Ends up at the backstop, but doesn't matter, as the count will go to 1-0. Nobody on here. That pitch misses the strike zone. Count goes 2-0 for Keeter. Swing and a miss there from Brown. First strike of the at-bat. Keeter got him to bite on it. Called strike there. Counts now even at 2-2 as Keeter's worked his way back into this lineup. Swung on, and that's going to get almost into the glove of Mason Template. And it will be the first hit of the game for the Battle Creek Bombers, as that one was almost hung up in the air enough for the second baseman Mason Template to snag it, but you can't be expected to make that play. And so it's a little bloop single just beyond the outstretched glove of Mason Template, and he's kind of working his shoulder around now. Hopefully he's all right. And Michael Brown on first with no outs here, bottom of the third. First pitch coming to Kippen. Check swing, doesn't go. Ball is outside, counts 1-0. Swung on, high fly ball. And it will be caught by the left fielder, Brock Martin. And it hung up again. That time, it hung up enough for Brock Martin to get under it, and the first out of the inning is away. Number 9 hitter, Roman Trujillo, finds his way into just about every lineup, mostly because of his prowess on the defensive side of the diamond. Been a stalwart at short for the Bombers this season, with Michael Brown on first, trying to get a big hit to advance Brown into scoring position. One and one's the count now, as Keeter will set and deal. Outside, counts now 2-1. Hitters count for Trujillo. First at bat on the day for the New Mexico State Aggie. Here's the pitch. Brown's going, dribbled back up the middle. Mason Template snags it and throws over to first. And just keeping his foot on the bag is Corey Wright, but because Brown went, Template didn't have a chance over to second, try for a 4-6-3. So Trujillo doesn't get the hit, but does advance Brown into scoring position for the Battle Creek Bombers with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Back to the top of the order, and it will be Will Baker, 0 for 1, just like the first 6 batters for the Battle Creek Bombers are. Michael Brown, the only Bomber with a hit on the day. He's on second with 1 away, and swung on the first pitch and fouled away. Count goes 0-1. as everybody in the Northwoods League starts new series today. Let's take a look at the Northwoods League scoreboard. Some rain making its way through Wisconsin right now. Hopefully that holds off and isn't able to get over here to Western Michigan. As that ball misses high, count goes 1-1. Rochester and La Crosse delayed due to rain. Rochester leads 7-1 right now. Wisconsin Rapids in that same area, they're delayed, down 2-0 against Kenosha. The 1-1 right inside on Will Baker. Count goes 2-1 now. Bismarck leads Eau Claire 1-0. Duluth leads Mankato 1-0. Wilmar leads St. Cloud 2-1. Madison, number 1 team with their magic number at 2, leads 6-2 over Green Bay. If they get the sweep against the Bullfrogs, high fly ball, chance for Corey Wright, and a diving attempt, but can't slide in there and make the grab, and it will be a foul ball. Count will go to 2-2, but the big foul territory here at Rivets State, or at C.O. Brown Stadium gave Wright the chance, but not enough to snag it. It just didn't hang in there long enough, and a couple of these balls hang in there a little bit longer, and we could be out of this inning. The leadoff single by Michael Brown that just went beyond the outstretched glove of Mason Template, and then that foul ball that could have ended us here. The 2-2 swung on and missed, and Keeter says, if it won't hang in the air long enough, I'll just do it myself. We're going to go to the top of the 4th. We'll be right back here at C.O. Brown Stadium. Back here at C.O. Brown Stadium, it will be Hal Hughes to lead us off for the top of the 4th inning. Ever since the top of the 1st, this game's been cruising by pretty well. Hal Hughes, his last at-bat came in the top of the 1st, where he was able to get the 2nd RBI of the day for the Rivets. He swings on the first pitch there, fielded well by Henderson, thrown to Kippen for out number 1. One pitch ground out for McCraith, who's taking care of business ever since he had a rough start to this game. But both managers really hoping to get good outings from their starting pitchers today, as they weren't really able to get that last night, as it was a high-scoring affair for both these teams. Notably the 21-run outburst that the Kalamazoo Growlers had against the Rockford Rivets. Battle Creek scored 20 of their own, but Fond du Lac didn't make it easy. And Corey Wright, 2 swings and misses. The most recent one, Corey Wright didn't think he went. Home plate umpire didn't even appeal over to third and said he did. Count goes 0-2. 1 out here, top of the 4th inning. And a swing and a miss there, so a 3-pitch strikeout for Michael McCraith, who's heating up after allowing 2 in the top of the 4th. Up now, number 8 hitter Brock Martin, 0 for 1 today with a fly out to right field. Cranks that one to right, and it's going to go just to the right of the right field foul pole. But it had a lot of distance on it, and if it was fair, it was gone. 0-1 for Brock Martin. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Count goes 0-2. McCrae trying to take care of these Rivets in 7 pitches this inning. He can if he gets Brock Martin out on the next pitch. Would be the quickest inning of work thus far today for any pitcher, Rivets or Bombers. The pitch low and in the dirt, and he won't get done with it there. Let's see if he can do it in 8. Chase Keeter's bottom of the 1st inning was 9 pitches. That was the fastest inning we've seen thus far from either pitcher. 1-2, check swing, and it will be an 8-pitch inning for Michael McCraith, taking care of business down 2-0 early. Alec Cargan will start us off here in the bottom of the 4th inning for the Battle Creek Bombers. They've only gotten 1 hit thus far today off of Chase Keeter. Cargan sees the first pitch. Thinks about it, doesn't go. A little outside and high. Count goes 1-0 for Cargan. 0 for 1 today. Ground out to Mason Template in his first at-bat at second base. Swing and a miss there. And he reacts a little weirdly to that. Doesn't like the way he swung the bat and kind of shaking his left hand. He's going to polish off his bat here real quick. Gives it back to his teammate. Steps back up to the plate. 1-1 count upcoming, bottom of the fourth, nobody on. Rivets lead the Bombers 2-0. Fouls that one back, count goes 1-2. Cooper Kane jumps out of the dugout, throws that one over to the home plate dugout. The ball, that is. The 1-2. Just off the plate, count goes 2-2. Gargan bats from the left side. Stands 6 foot, 185 pounds. Goes to school at Wofford. Originally out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. The 2-2. Swing and a miss in the dirt. And Mascarell is all over it. Throws over to Corey Wright on the drop third strike for out number 1. Caleb Henderson makes his way to the dish now. Henderson, 6'4", 220-pound infielder out of Conifer, Colorado. The only Colorado baseball player I see represented in the Northwoods League thus far this year. That one away for the righty, Henderson. 10's New Mexico, called strike there. New Mexico State, just like the shortstop, Roman Trujillo. In 61 at-bats this year, he's batting .328, and that's the reason why he's in the 3 spot for these Bombers. The 1-1. Breaking ball in there, called strike 2. Count goes 1-2 with 1 out. Few more Northwoods League scores. Madison up 9-2 now. With a win against the Bullfrogs, they move 1 game away from clinching a playoff spot for winning the first half in the South Division. They'd be the first team to clinch a playoff spot this year. The 2-2 swung on, and Hal Hughes tries to make a play at it short, but it will be a hit for Caleb Henderson. So now 1 on first with 1 out away here, bottom of the fourth. Hard ground ball. Got just beyond the outstretched glove of the shortstop Hal Hughes for a single. And now it'll be Zach Gartner, who's 0 for 1 today, with a ground out right back to Keeter. Other scores, Lakeshore up on the last place Wisconsin Woodchucks, 3-0. Fond du Lac up 3-1 against Kalamazoo. After tomorrow's game against the Bombers, the Rivets do a little switcheroo with the Dock Spiders. They come up here to C.O. Brown Stadium. The Rivets go down to Homer Stryker Field and each play a 2-game stretch against the respective squads. High fly ball. Center fielder Ryan Cole coming up, but nobody's going to grab that one. And a miscommunication out there in right center field, and it's going to go down as a single as Ryan Cole and Jacob Vanderwall couldn't get it figured out in right field, and it just plops right between them. And it was a pretty routine play, and Cole seemed to let up on it. He thought Vanderwall was going to snag it, and Vanderwall seemed to do the same thing. So now 2 on with 1 out, and it's going to go down as a hit, but if you're Chase Keeter, that one stinks to see, because you help put this ball in playable territory, and it was just a mental miscue by your outfielders. Swung on that one. That one could get down in the gap, and it will. No chance for Cole. And now that loads the bases, puts Henderson on third, Gartner on second, and Connor Bailey on first. And so all sorts of trouble. After just a second ago, it could have been 2 outs with a runner on first. Now it's 1 out, and the bases loaded against Chase Keeter. First pitch swinging from Bailey. And he finds perfect contact to get it in shallow right center. The last single was a miscue. This one was no doubt. First pitch goes outside. Mascarell tries to frame it. Count goes 1-0. A base hit here could bust this game wide open with Gardner on second, Henderson on third, Bailey on first. The 1-0. Called strike there. The crowd doesn't like it. It was a little bit on the outside of the plate. And Jalen Thomas is 0 for 1 today with a fly out to center field. If he put one in the same spot, that one's going to get fair down the left field line. One's going to come home. Two's going to come home. Hustling around third. And there will be a play at the plate, but not on the mark. And a 3 RBI bases clearing double from Jalen Thomas down the left field line. And a tough swing of events for the Rockford Rivets here, as it seemed like Chase Keeter was very much in charge on the mound. Put a playable ball for either the left field or the right fielder Vanderwall or the center fielder Cole, and all of a sudden a couple base hits and the bases are loaded, and Keeter's about to throw the 17th pitch of the inning with one more on second. And that could expand this lead to 4-2 if he's able to score. Instead, it's 3-2 right now in advantage of the Battle Creek Bombers. Bottom of the fourth here, 1 out, runner on second. First pitch there is high, misses the strike zone for Keeter. Trying to rein it in here. Temperature only has gone down 1 degree since first pitch. Everybody here at C.O. Brown Stadium probably begging the sun to set on the horizon and give the fans a little bit of relief and the players a little bit of relief. The 2-0. That one called strike in there to Michael Brown. Brown was the first Bomber to get a hit on Keeter with a single to right field in the bottom of the third, excuse me. Bombers lead 3-2 here, bottom of the fourth, all 3 runs coming this inning off of a 3 RBI double from Jalen Thomas. Thomas is going, swung on, and it's going to get down, and Thomas is going to score now. It's going to be a 4-2 ball game here, and disaster this inning for the Rockford Rivets and starting pitcher Chase Keeter. Justin Walker maybe had a play at that, but he was moving over to tag out Thomas on the steal attempt if it was going to get to the catcher Wyatt Mascarella. But instead, he wasn't in position to make it, and Thomas comes around and scores easily. 4-2 ball game now here at C.O. Brown Stadium. Called strike in there to start off this at-bat for the number 8 hitter. Sam Kippen playing first today, 0 for 1 with a fly out to left field. That one goes off the plate, snagged well by Wyatt Mascarella to keep Brown at first. Count goes even at 1-1. Brown's going, fouled back by Kippen. Counts now 1-2. Still 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. All 4 runs coming across for the Battle Creek Bombers to take the 4-2 lead on the Rockford Rivets. In the 2 meetings between these teams thus far this year, only 7 runs have been scored. There's been 6 runs scored tonight alone. The 1-2 coming from Keeter to Kippen. Thought about it, didn't go. Little high in the zone. Count goes even at 2-2. Next pitch will be the 25th pitch of the inning. That one's a fly ball to right field, and Brown was going, and so it will be a double play to end the inning as Brown tried to steal and went right into the glove of Jacob Vanderwall for the third out of the inning. And a tough go of it as a single to right center field that dropped between Cole and Vanderwall when they weren't communicating properly is the difference right now. Maybe some runs would have came across, but a tough go of it to start the rally. We'll be right back. 4-2, Bombers lead the Rivets. First pitch of the top of the 5th inning here at C.O. Brown Stadium is a foul ball by the number 9 hitter Justin Walker. Count goes 0-1 for Walker. It was a 4-1 rally in the bottom of the 4th by the Bombers to give them the lead after 2 came in the top of the 1st, but the Rivets bats have been pretty cold since then. The 1-1 to Walker. He fouled that one back off of his leg, and he crumples to the ground in pain. And he's taking a second to get up now. And it looks like he's going to be all right after kind of shaking it off. Looks like it went right off his toe. Ouch. Does not feel good. That was the 70th pitch, actually, of McCraith's day thus far. 3rd pitch of the inning. The catcher, Cargan, goes up and says a few words with his pitcher, McCraith, who, other than the top of the 1st inning, has been really solid for the Bombers thus far. That pitch is swung on and fouled back. Count now stays at 2-2, or 1-2, for Justin Walker against Michael McCraith. The 1-2 outside, trouble handling it for Cargan, but doesn't matter. Count goes 2-2. The Rivets bats came out on fire, and since then, other than Vanderwall being able to get to 3rd with 1 out, haven't been able to do much. Ball inside and low there. Count's now full for Walker, grinding his way back in this count after smacking a foul ball off his toe for the 2nd strike. The payoff pitch coming from McCraith to Walker. Swung on right to the first baseman, and it's going to get by. And it's going to be an error by the first baseman, Sam Kippen. And both defenses struggling a little bit now, as there is no error on the scoreboard for the Rivets, but a tough mental mistake made by Vanderwall, the right fielder, and Cole, the center fielder, to allow what should have been a fly out to plop down in between them, and ended up opening the gate for the 4 Bombers runs to come home. Now Pat Leffler, leadoff man, 0 for 2 today for the Rivets thus far. The first pitch from McCraith is in the dirt, snagged well. Oh, and snagged well by Cargan. And a long leadoff from Justin Walker, and he scampered back into first, standing up. And he is called out on the pickoff there by the catcher, Cargan. Wow. Another ball misses there, so count goes 2-0 for Leffler, but a good throw by Cargan and a good tag by Kippen makes up for Kippen's error just a second ago. Swung on by Leffler, high fly ball out to right field. Chasing it is Brown, and it's going to just hit the top of the fence in foul territory, and a little bit out of play for Brown, who might have had a shot at it if it was just a little bit closer in in play territory. That one did have a lot on it. It also, if it went a few feet to the left, could have been just fair as well, and for a home run possibly. That one on the outside of the strike zone, called strike, counts now even at 2-2. McCraith almost at 80 pitches on his day. A long inning by the Rivets batters could force his day to be done, but he's probably got one more, I would guess. That one's a high fly ball, threatening to get down in the gap, but it will be Jalen Thomas camping under it for out number 2 of this top of the 5th inning. Cole comes up to the plate now with a walk in his first at-bat. First run to score for either team today. Grounded out to the shortstop Trujillo in his most recent at-bat. First pitch there misses for a ball. That's the 80th pitch of the day for Michael McCraith. That one goes low now. It's 2-0 for Ryan Cole. Second on the teams in walks earned as a batter. And now he'll see the 2-0. Swings on that one. High fly ball to left field, but it goes foul as the Rivets bullpen clears out of the way there, trying to avoid getting hit by that one. Counts now 2-1 for Cole, trying to find some of that same pop that he found in Madison on his home run there. That one misses the strike zone. Counts now 3-1 for Cole. 17 times this year, 18 with the walk today, has he drawn a walk. Trailing only Brennan Reback on this Rivets team. That one goes high, and Cole will walk for the second time today. He knows how to get on base, and once he does, he knows how to weasel his way around the base paths. And now Jacob Vanderwall, the road warrior, playing in his hometown, or his home state, making his way up to the plate now with a big opportunity. Runner on first, 2 outs, trying to answer the 4-run bottom of the 4th for the Battle Creek Bombers. That one snatched up well by the catcher, Cargan. Ryan Cole retreating casually after Cargan just threw out his teammate Justin Walker over on first. 1-0 count coming now to Vanderwall. 85 pitches on the day for McCraith. He sets, glances over at Ryan Cole, deal. Ryan Cole's going. That one on the inside. Cargan the throw, and that one gets away, and it will be a stolen base for Ryan Cole. And the count's going to go 2-0. So now in scoring position, it's Cole on a base hit. He very well could score from second base. Brennan Reback, the other speedster on this team, getting the day off today after playing the last couple days at the top of the lineup and getting a lot of at-bats. The 2-0. McCraith long stare at Cole. Vanderwall swings, and it will go right to the first baseman, Kippen, who will snag it and touch first for out number 3 in the top of the 5th. The Rivets bats still can't get anything going since the top of the 1st. We'll be right back to see if the Bombers have more insurance to add. First pitch from Keeter to the number 9 hitter, Roman Trujillo, is swung on hard down the left field line. Goes foul. 0-1 pitch now. That one swung right up the middle and will drop in front of Ryan Cole for a base hit to start off the inning for Battle Creek. So not much from the Bombers' bats in the first 3 innings, but 4 last inning, and now with 1 on and no out, threatening to do some more. As Trujillo on first with no outs. And the top of the order back up for the Battle Creek Bombers. Will Baker, 0 for 2 on the day thus far, looking for his first time on base. The 0-0 from Keeter. Squares to bunt, pulls back, called strike anyway. Count goes 0-1 for Will Baker, playing second base today, doing a good job out there at second. Is credited with 1 error, struck out swinging his last time up, flied out to the shortstop. Pickoff attempt over there to try and catch Roman Trujillo on first. Can't get him. Count stays 0-1. Upcoming for Will Baker, the leadoff man for the Bombers. Squares to bunt. And again, this time he holds it down and misses. Count goes 0-2 for Baker. Bottom of the fifth here, 4-2. Another pickoff attempt to try and catch Trujillo over on first. And just a hair late. Big momentum swing after Justin Walker got on with an error by the first baseman Sam Kippen last inning. That one little inside, first ball of the at-bat, count goes 1-2. Like I said, big momentum swing when Justin Walker was on first. A ball went in the dirt on the first pitch of the next at-bat. And the catcher for the Bombers, Alec Cargan, threw a pickoff over to first and caught Walker. Called strike 3. And Baker goes down on strikes for the second time today. And now it will be the catcher, Alec Cargan, up at the plate. Cargan, another Bomber that's over 2. Struck out swinging last time up. Grounded out to Mason Template at second in his first at-bat. The 0-0 upcoming to the lefty. Bats from the left side, throws with his right hand. Called strike right on the outside of the zone. Count goes 0-1. So after Trujillo got on with a leadoff single, it was one Bomber down on strikes, and now Cargan at the plate with one out and a runner on first. Another pickoff attempt. That one's closer, but still no cigar for Chase Keeter. Count stays 0-1. Trujillo taking a very big lead off over there. And he's going. Swung and fouled by Cargan on the hit and run. And so now on that foul ball, count goes 0-2. So the Bombers very much showing that they're just trying to get Trujillo to second base after trying to bunt the first couple strikes for Will Baker, and now Cargan trying to get the hit and run working with Trujillo. The 0-2 coming to Cargan. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Didn't really follow through with his swing, but he did swing it over the plate. And another strikeout for Chase Keeter after seeming unfazed by the leadoff single in this inning. And he knows if the Rivets are going to win this thing, he needs to pitch goose eggs the rest of the way and give his offense the best chance to win this game. Temperature just dipped below 90 degrees here in Battle Creek, Michigan. 89 though still, as that one is right to Hal Hughes at short, throws over to first for out number 3. So a one pitch ground out to the shortstop to end the inning. We'll be right back in just a few moments for the top of the 6th. Wyatt Mascarella squares up to start off the top of the 6th inning here. With the exception of the top of the 1st and the bottom of the 4th, this game has cruised along pretty quickly thus far. And thankfully for the players on the field who are sweating it out in 80, 90-degree weather, as that one was a ground out to the third baseman, Henderson, who threw over to Kippen a little bit off the mark, but Kippen went and snagged it and then touched first anyway, as Mascarella couldn't grind out an infield single. Now it will be Mason Template fly out to center field for Mason Template on the 0-1 pitch. And so 2 quick outs here for Michael McCraith. If he can get done with the rest of the inning within 9 pitches, he will be allowed to come. That one swung on and ripped down the left field line. Hughes will take a big round around second, and he's going to get into second sliding. And so a 2-out double by Hal Hughes, maybe enough to spark something from this Rivets offense that really hasn't seen anything but a runner on third in the last 5 innings. A rip down the left field line and then trouble handling it for the left fielder Connor Bailey. Enough for the Hal Hughes double. And so Hal Hughes, have yourself a day. He's got an RBI under his belt as well as this double here, and that RBI originally was to put up the Rivets 2-0 in the top of the 1st, but after the 4-run bottom of the 4th, it's been a different story, and now McCraith, his next pitch will be 95 on the day. Corey Wright at the dish now, 0 for 2 today, is the first baseman from Mercer. Spent his freshman year at Kansas State, last year, 2 years ago at Parkland Community College, and then his junior season at Mercer. Fell in the SoCon Conference tournament, and upon ending his season, headed up here to Rockford, Illinois, and spending his summer with the Rockford Rivets after he was part of the inaugural team in 2016 and was second on the team in innings thrown as a pitcher, and saw his first time as a pitcher last night as a part of the 21 run collapse from the Rockford Rivets defense and pitching staff. Another ball, counts 3-0 now for Corey Wright. He hasn't swung on one yet. And let's see if he gets the green light to swing 3-0. McCraith sets, looks at Hal Hughes on second and throws. It will be in the strike zone. Corey Wright doesn't swing at it. Counts now 3-1. The 3-1. Swung on by Wright, fouled back, and McCraith has now worked it full. 98 pitches on the day. This next pitch is very important. If he can get out of the inning, he will be allowed to return for the next inning. If not, the Battle Creek bullpen better get something rolling because they're going to need a new pitcher next inning. The payoff pitch from McCraith. Swung on and hit, and it will be snagged, but overthrow by the first baseman will score Hal Hughes. And Corey Wright's going to get all the way to second. And it will be another error for the first baseman, Sam Kippen. And he had one to start off last inning, and it was a pretty routine play, trying to hit the moving target in McCraith, the pitcher running over from the mound. But Corey Wright's wheels as he was used a lot this year at Mercer in terms of pinch running. Put the pressure on him to kind of rush the throw and miss McCraith at the mound, and that was the 99th pitch for McCraith, which means the next one will be number 100, and will mean that he'll be done after next inning. Northwoods League rules state you can't come back after throwing 100 pitches. If he hits 110, he cannot start a new batter. So Hughes heads up base running over there to keep charging, because you never know what's going to happen on any routine, on any play that seems routine. Brock Martin now with the chance, a runner in scoring position. He's the go-ahead run at the plate, the tying run on second. First pitch swinging, goes up the middle and past Trujillo. Corey Wright's going to round third, and a play, but no play at the plate. And we got a tie ball game here at C.O. Brown Stadium by this two-out rally, all sparked by the Hal Hughes double down the left field line. An RBI single right up the middle, just beyond the outstretched glove of Roman Trujillo, the shortstop, who seems to be everywhere for this Bombers defense all season. And 2 unearned runs, tough to see for McCraith. 1 unearned run, and it's McCraith not happy with himself, and the last infielder to walk in the circle is his first baseman, Sam Kippen, who had that error that ended up sparking both of these runs coming home. And unfortunately for McCraith, 5 2/3 innings of good work for the Bombers, but he won't pick up a decision here at Rivets Stadium, or at Bombers Stadium. It will be on to the relief pitcher. We'll tell you about him in just a few moments after his warm-up pitches. Jordan Rhodes is the new pitcher for the Battle Creek Bombers after McCraith's day is done on the 100th pitch. It was an RBI single from Brock Martin to push Corey Wright across home plate and tie this ball game up. 3 errors by the Bombers defense. And now it will be Rhodes' game to win or lose with a runner on first and 2 outs. The 6'2", 210-pound sophomore at McDaniel College. That first pitch is outside. Cargan tried to pick off Martin over at first the second time on the day he would be able to do that, but that time Martin's going to slide in like Walker didn't do when Justin Walker got caught, make sure he's safe. Swung on. Speaking of Walker, he's at the plate right now to see the first pitch is from Rhodes. Rhodes, his last time out at Fond du Lac, threw 1 inning last night against the Dock Spiders, didn't allow a hit, struck out 3, didn't walk anybody. It was a pretty good show from him. But before that, he has struggled. 3 earned runs against Green Bay, 3 earned runs against Fond du Lac on June 13th. Called strike there to Justin Walker. Count goes 1-2, and 1 earned run against Green Bay. So in 6 innings pitched, he's thrown 6 strikeouts, 3 walks, allowed 13 hits, and has a 10.5 ERA. Swing and a miss there, so he starts it off with a strikeout, and he gets the Bombers out of their second 2 runs allowed inning. We got a tie game going to the bottom of the 6th. Don't go anywhere. First pitch of the bottom of the 6th for Chase Keeter is swung on by Zach Gartner. He hits it right to Justin Walker over third, and a good throw by Justin Walker gets out Gartner on a 1-pitch ground out. Keeter only hit 71 pitches on the day. His counterpart, McCraith, hit 100 last inning, so he's really keeping it low, and that's something that Keeter is definitely known for. He only walked 9 batters in 90-plus innings thrown at the University of Dubuque, and he keeps his pitch count down because he doesn't give up needless walks, and he really doesn't have the accuracy controls that a lot of the guys from bigger colleges have when they come to the Northwoods League. They come to gain control over that, just get a lot of reps under their belt, and that's Connor Bailey swinging on the second pitch of the at-bat and getting on with a single right up the middle. Now it's Jalen Thomas stepping up to the dish. Thomas stands 6'4", 220 pounds, a Michigan native out of Southfield, junior at Madonna University, bats from the right side. Square stance for Thomas. The first pitch from Keeter swings on, and it goes high and foul for Thomas to start off this at-bat. Last time up, doubled to left field, scored 3 runs, I believe, in that double. Cleared the bases as they were loaded coming into that at-bat, and he's got a little Oppo Taco single to shallow right field. in this at-bat. So 2 on with 1 away for Chase Keeter on the mound. If he was able to get through this inning quickly, he might have been back for another one. Brian Smith now coming out to talk to him with some action going on in the Rivets bullpen. It looks like the number I can see is 31, and that actually is the newest player on the Rockford Rivets roster. Brad Littleton just showed up after being waived by the Lakeshore Chinooks. Actually on the bus trip to Kalamazoo, wore his Lakeshore Chinooks shirt, because I guess it's all the Northwoods League gear he had. And let's see when his name will be called, as he has had a few days off. But first it will be Michael Brown with a chance and a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Bailey on second, Thomas on first. 1 away here, bottom of the 7th inning. Battle Creek Bombers open stance for Michael Brown. Standing 6'2", 200 pounds out of Wofford. Texas native, swings on the first pitch, ripped to left field, right into the glove of Brock Martin, who throws to second, and it's going to get away from the second baseman. And that's going to be an E7 and the first official error of the day for the Rivets, as Brock Martin, frustrated with himself out in the left field, trying to make a play and double off the runners. Instead, doesn't hit anybody. Corey Wright over on first isn't able to back it up. And now runners on second and third with 2 outs now. And it will be Sam Kippen, the first baseman, to see the first pitch from Keeter. Breaking ball, finds the strike zone, called strike. 2 outs here, so any out will finish this inning up. The 0-1 after the called first strike. Check swing there, blocked well. The appeal over to first says he didn't go. Count goes even at 1-1. Mascarella had to scoot over there behind the plate to get that one, as the backstop here at C.O. Brown Stadium is plenty big enough, or backstop area is plenty big enough to score any runner on a wild pitch. The 1-1 with 2 outs from Keeter, trying to get out of this inning in this jam. Runners on second and third. A little bit outside. Count goes 2-1. 2 singles got these runners on, Bailey and Thomas, and then a error by the left fielder Brock Martin was able to advance them to second and third with 2 outs here. That one's in the strike zone. 2-2. As Keeter sets, gets the sign for Mascarella, and deals to Kippen. Here's the pitch. Swung on, left field, but tracking back is Brock Martin, and he makes up for his mistake earlier with a good snag there. We got a tie game going into the top of the 7th. Stay with us. First pitch to Pat Leffler to lead off the top of the 7th is a ball. Counts 1-0 for Leffler, nobody on here. Swings on that one, foul down the first base side. Second inning out there for pitcher Jordan Rhodes. Got the long hair coming out the side of his hat. Standing 6'2", 210 pounds from McDaniel College. The 1-1. Swings on that one, high fly ball. And it'll be right to the left fielder, Connor Bailey, for out number 1 here on the top of the 7th. It was 2 in the first, 2 in the 6th to put it at 4 for the Rivets, while 4 in the bottom of the 4th for the Bombers gave them their 4. Now Ryan Cole 0 for 1 with a ground out and 2 walks. Called strike in there. The 0-1. That one's off the plate, called ball. Ryan Cole with on-base percentage of .374. That one's in the strike zone, called strike. Count goes 1-2 for the 10th pitch of Jordan Rhodes' outing. After throwing the last pitch of last inning, or the last out of last inning and the first out of this one. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, and Ryan Cole strikes out there for out number 2. Now the Central Arizona outfielder, Jacob Vanderwall, having a good day thus far in his home state. First game this season he's played in Michigan. As for all the Growlers, the first game in Michigan. Sees the 0-0, 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Strike there on the outside. So Jordan Rhodes really getting in a groove on the mound. He sets, throws the 0-1. That one's way off the plate. Count goes 1-1. Sets and deals the 1-1 to Vanderwall. Fouled that one back, rattled around behind the plate with the catcher Cargan, and ends up doinking off Vanderwall. I believe his hander his forearm at one point, but he seems pretty unfazed by it. Count now 1-2 for Vanderwall. Rhodes sets and deals. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout to end the inning. Jordan Rhodes doing work on the mound. We'll be right back after the 7th inning stretch. First pitch for Brad Littleton in a Rivets uniform is a ball high. Count goes 1-0 on Roman Trujillo. And he swings on that one, and that one's fouled back. Littleton is out of Coal City, Illinois. Spent his last year with the Lewis University Flyers, as this one goes high, and he gets his first out on a fly out to Jacob Vanderwall in right field. Now Will Baker will step up, 0 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts and a fly out. So for the Flyers, Littleton this last year was 0-3 with an 11.47 ERA and 24 1/3 innings pitched, 22 strikeouts, 19 walks for the Illinois native, standing 6'2", 195 pounds. That one's in, and it's going to hit the back of Will Baker, who will reach base for the first time today. So as shown by the 22 strikeouts to 19 walks and also plunked 6 batters, he does have some accuracy issues, but enough for Brian Smith to call him on. And in the carousel of pitchers and batters in the Northwoods League, mostly pitchers, with the deactivation of Cole Belair last night, it is Brad Littleton with big shoes to fill, as it was Belair dropped, Littleton in to the 30-man Rivets roster. And now with the man on first and 1 out, he throws the first pitch to number 26, Alex Cargan, who swings on it and fouls it back. Cargan today 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. First pitch there goes high and away, and it's going to be a wild pitch, and it's going to advance Baker to second. And some issues early for Littleton, reeling in his control. Littleton actually spent his freshman year at Indiana University, and a stolen base there for Will Baker, and Baker's doing it himself, moving himself all the way to third base, and on a ball by Littleton, he's got himself in some trouble early. The 2-1 swung on, foul down the left field line. Littleton in his high school career was 18-0 and struck out 98 batters. Absolutely dominant. Attended Coal City High School, 2-time player of the year for his local newspaper, but throws the pitch outside there. Count goes full. Struggled in his freshman year at U of I. Only got 8 2/3 innings of work. And transferred after the 10.38 ERA year for him in 9 appearances. The payoff pitch. Swung on. High fly ball to left field. Brock Martin trying to track it. It will fall. And it'll be a double for Alec Cargan, and the Bombers have regained the lead off of the new pitcher, Brad Littleton. A double just beyond the outstretched arm of Brock Martin in left field. And now with another runner in scoring position, Henderson will make his way to the plate. not an ideal debut for Littleton right now, as if this result holds, he will get saddled with the loss. Checks on the runner on second, throws that one outside, and another wild pitch to advance the runner. And struggling here in his debut. Now with another runner on third with one out. Mascarell is going to go and talk with him. A lot of this could be just a new pitcher and a new catcher trying to work out some of the kinks. Temperature now at 88, slowly dropping down degree by degree, and as the sun goes down, you can expect it to drop a little bit more at least. The 1-0 coming from Littleton to Henderson. Swings on that one, fouls it back. Count now even at 1-1. Score is 5-4. The Bombers lead the Rockford Rivets here in the bottom of the seventh. Chase Keeter had a good final outing of the season tentatively, unless he returns for postseason, late season action. That one's snagged well by Mascarell. It probably would have scored. Cargan over on first if it got, or on third if it got by him. Count now 2-1. The final line for Keeter: 6 innings pitched, 9 hits allowed, 4 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, no walks for him. That one's going to be a high fly ball to center field. Cole should get under it, and he will, but no business to try and throw out the runner on this one. And so it's now 6-4 as the Browns, or as the CO Brown Stadium crowd here enjoys the sac fly from Caleb Henderson. Littleton in 2 innings pitched, or in 2 outs gotten, has already allowed 1 hit. And Gartner fouls back the first pitch there he sees from Littleton. Has allowed 1 hit, 2 earned runs, as the other batter reached base on a hit by pitch. The 0-1, that one inside almost got Gartner. Counts now 1-1. The 1-1 on the outside of the plate. Counts now a hitter's count at 2-1. Littleton sets and deals, and again on the inside just misses Gartner. Counts now 3-1. Nobody on, 2 outs here, bottom of the 7th. Bombers lead the Rivets 6-4 here at CO Brown Stadium. That pitch misses, and now he'll walk Zach Gartner and see Connor Bailey, who's 2 for 3 today with 2 singles, up at the dish now. Connor Bailey up now, the Willamette University junior out of San Diego, California, 5'10", 175 pounds. Like I mentioned, 2 for 3 today with 2 singles. Gartner over on first. Pretty big lead for him. He's going. Mascarell is going to throw, and that will almost be the final out of the inning, but it will be a stolen base for Zach Gartner. Gartner is 6'2", 220 pounds, boogieing. All of him getting in there at second base. It was a close call there, as it looked like Template got the tag over on second, and he started to run off the field thinking he got it. But instead, now a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Here's a pitch from Littleton. Swung on, going to get by Hughes, and another bomber will make the run home. Brock Martin throws, not in time. And it will be another run for the Bombers. They're up 7-4 now, and that close stolen base call is the difference right now between getting out of the inning and a 7-4 lead for the Battle Creek Bombers. This series is at 1-1 right now as they split in Rockford 2 weeks ago. Actually, it was just a little over a week ago on Friday night. This one a little less than the pitching duels that we saw to begin, or to in the first 2 games of the series. Now it's Jalen Thomas at the dish for the Bombers with his team up 3 and a runner on first. And it seems like the man on first, Connor Bailey, might be having some contact issues or something like that. Maybe when he slid back in after Mascarella got the throw late at home, tried to throw him out over at first, and he slid in and had to make some sort of adjustment, something on his face. Seems to be all right now. And it will be Jalen Thomas to receive the 0-0 from Littleton. Inside, just misses Thomas. And 1-0 is the count here at C.O. Brown Stadium. That one finds the strike zone. Littleton at 23 pitches on the inning after the call was made to take Chase Keeter off after he threw 81 pitches in 6 innings. Swung on and missed there by Jalen Thomas at the plate, and now Littleton one strike away from getting out of this pretty disastrous inning for him. He sets on the mound, peeks over at Bailey on first, sets and deals. High and inside, counts now even at 2-2. 25th pitch of this inning for Connor Bailey. He sets again after peeking over at Bailey on first, and Bailey's going. That one's high, and a bad throw by Mascarella, and mishandled by Mason Template. And it will be an error on Mason Template. And so there was a ball, so the count's full at 3-2. And another runner in scoring position on third, as it was a stolen base by Bailey to get him to second, and then the error by Mason Template gets him to third. The payoff pitch swung on right to Hal Hughes. He has a chance to end this inning. Fields cleanly throws over to first, and it is the final out of the inning, so that error doesn't matter. But 3 come across, and the Bombers lead the Rivets 7-4. And if the Rivets are going to come back in this one, they're going to need to start pretty soon. Wyatt Mascarella sees a ball from Jordan Rhodes to start off the top of the 8th inning here at C.O. Brown Stadium. First road trip to Michigan for the Rockford Rivets. Rhodes finds the strike zone on that one. Counts now 1-1 for Mascarella. Having a pretty good day today with an RBI single to center field. In the top of the first inning, he's going to foul that one back and out of play. Counts now 1-2 as it slaps on top of the overhang here of the stands and press box at C.O. Brown Stadium. Top 8, nobody on, nobody out. 1-2 count upcoming from Bombers pitcher Jordan Rhodes to the catcher for the Rivets, Wyatt Mascarella. The 1-2 swung on and missed by Mascarella, and he's going to strike out. First strikeout of the game for him. Third straight strikeout for Jordan Rhodes on the mound. He's heating up. 7 runs on 11 hits and 3 errors today for the Bombers. 4 runs on 5 hits and 2 errors for the Rivets. Now Mason Template. Swing and a miss there as Rhodes is getting everything to fall right now for him on the mound. It was a different story for the new pitcher, Brad Littleton, for the Rockford Rivets last inning. That one goes outside. Count goes 1-1. He got through the inning, did get 3 outs in 27 pitches, but allowed 2 hits, 3 earned runs, walked 1, and also hit another batter with a pitch. The 1-1 swung on by Template, and he is fishing on that one on the swing and the miss. Counts 1-2 with 1 out. And Template swings on that one, fouls it back and out of play down the left field line, right over top of the Rockford Rivets dugout. Rhodes kicks and deals. Swung on by Template, another high foul ball. That's going to slap on top of the overhang again. 10th pitch of the inning upcoming for Jordan Rhodes. 1 away. 1-2 pitch upcoming. Nobody on. For the Rockford Rivets needing something. Top of the 8th here. They will have one more chance to make some sort of comeback. That one just off the plate, called ball. Jordan Rhodes, that was his 25th pitch of the day, 10th of the inning. That one's inside, gets away from the catcher, and rolls back onto the infield, but they're going to get a new ball anyway. Count's now full for Mason Template, grinding away at this one, refusing to go down with 2 strikes. Has pushed it full against Jordan Rhodes. Let's see if Rhodes can get his 4th straight strikeout. Rhodes sets and deals. Swung on, gonna get through for a single to right field. And so a gritty at-bat from Mason Template puts 1 on with 1 out now. And Hal Hughes, who's 2 for 3 with a double and a single and an RBI on the day. Let's see what he can do. If he can find that same slap in his stick, then he might be able to get something going here to answer the 3-run bottom of the 7th for the Battle Creek Bombers. The 0-0. One goes in the strike zone right on the inside edge of the plate for the righty, Hal Hughes. Count goes 0-1. Take a look at the Northwoods League scoreboard. Rochester defeated La Crosse 8-4. Hal Hughes fouls that one back. Count goes 0-2. Bismarck beating Eau Claire 5-1. Duluth over Mankato 4-2. Wilmar over St. Cloud 6-5. Madison's holding the 9-5 lead on Green Bay. If they win and Kalamazoo can't come back against Fond du Lac, then it will be Madison clinching a playoff spot after winning the first half in the South Division. Right now in the top of the 8th, Fond du Lac leads Kalamazoo 5-2. So 2 games to definitely keep an eye on right now. In Wausau, Lakeshore is beating Wisconsin 3-1, and a strikeout there for Hal Hughes. Goes down fishing. Now 2 outs here. Template still stranded on first as Corey Wright makes his way up 0 for 3 today after reaching on an error his last time up, striking out his first 2 times. So 9-5, bottom of the 7th. Madison trying to push their magic number to 1, and with a Kalamazoo loss, their magic number expires, and it becomes a clinch for the Mallards. Called strike in there to Corey Wright to start off this at-bat. Kenosha up 2-0 on Wisconsin Rapids after their rain delay is over. The rain has moved a little bit further to the west, or to the east, excuse me, and hit Wausau. That one's right back to Rhodes on the mound, who will field cleanly, throw to first. So one more chance in the top of the 9th for the Rivets, but first they're going to need to stop any more runs from coming across the plate in the bottom of the 8th. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hunter Kime on for the bottom of the 8th here, trying to keep any more insurance runs coming off the board for the Battle Creek Bombers. The first pitch he throws there, a grounder right to Justin Walker at third, and Michael Brown goes down with a 1-pitch ground out. Sam Kippen now batting in the 8th spot, 0 for 3 today, has not touched base this game. The 0-0. Thought about it, didn't go, just missed the zone. Counts 1-0. Kime 6'2", 175 pounds from Rock Island, Illinois. Just finished his freshman year at Quincy. That's another ball. Count goes 2-0. In 5 appearances this year, he's throwing 2.7 in 6 2/3 innings pitched. 6 strikeouts, 6 walks, and 7 hits. So 2-0. That one's snagged well by Mascarella, but a 3-0 count nonetheless, and threatening to put Sam Kippen on, who has struggled today. Last time out, it was 2 days ago against Kalamazoo for Kime. That pitch goes in the strike zone, counts now 3-1. In 2 innings pitched against Kalamazoo, one of the hottest offenses in the league, he allowed 1 hit, struck out 2, walked 2 of the 8 batters he saw. And he misses there and will walk the first batter of his evening tonight. Before that, he hadn't appeared in 9 days. Last coming on June 19th against Madison. And then before that, it was a 13-day stint where he didn't appear after being one of the top options for Brian Smith early in the year. And so all of a sudden, Kime is now a favorite for Brian Smith again. That June 6th game was against Fond du Lac, allowed 3 runs, only 1 of them earned in only 1.1 innings pitched. So only got 1 out, allowed 3 runs on 2 hits and 1 strikeout, no walks. That vaulted his ERA to 2.7, but only on the year he's only allowed 2 earned runs. So a pretty good track record for him, but in the span of 22 days only had 1 appearance. Play there to field cleanly, throw over to first, and Trujillo has the wheels. He's shown that on defense with his ability to patrol the shortstop position. He has the wheels to run out there and not get doubled off. Bottom of the 8th here, Bombers lead the Rivets 7-4 at C.O. Brown Stadium. Pickoff attempt over to Trujillo on first. Slides back in safely. Does the New Mexico State shortstop. Leadoff man Will Baker 0 for 3 today with a hit by pitch in his last at-bat to start the rally. That scored 3 runs for the home team, the Battle Creek Bombers. Fouls his first pitch away, counts 0-1. Pitcher's count for Hunter Kime against Will Baker. Kime sets and deals. Trujillo's going. The throw from Mascarella got him out by quite a bit. A good gun from Wyatt Mascarella. The last chance for the Rockford Rivets coming up. Don't go anywhere. It needs to be rally time for the Rockford Rivets right now, and they're going to need to do it against the designated closer, it seems, for the Kalamazoo, or for the, for the Battle Creek Bombers, Noah Reed. Reed stands 6'3", 215 pounds out of Cornerstone University. He has not seen the Rockford Rivets this year. Threw a ball to start it off. The last pitch was fouled back off one of the poles holding up the overhang here at C.O. Brown Stadium. Brock Martin, 1 for 3 today, will be the first man to face him. The 1-1 to him with no outs and nobody on. That one's high in the zone. Count goes 2-1. A lot of defensive switches for the Bombers squad, trying to get really defensive right now in the top of the ninth. Swung on, fouled that one back. Now it's Brock Martin down to his last strike. Trying to have some sort of rally here. On the season at 2.13 ERA for Noah Reed. Again fouled back in 12 2/3 innings pitched. One save for him. That save coming against Wisconsin in a 3-0 win on June 15th. And here on the final day of June, trying to finish it off with another save. Swing and a miss, and down goes Brock Martin on strikes. One away here, top of the ninth inning. Justin Walker, 0 for 3 today. He has reached on an error. He'll step up to the plate now. One away. Walker in his second at-bat reached on an error, was later thrown out on a pickoff throw by the catcher, Cargan. Fouls his first pitch back. It was Cargan to start the game at catcher. Now it is number 12, Drake Osborne. So here's the 0-1. That one inside, misses. Count goes 1-1. Maybe part of that from Battle Creek manager Josh Rebant is because of maybe more comfortability that the pitcher, Noah Reed, feels with Drake Osborne. Maybe they've worked together more this summer. The 2-1 misses again. Now 3-1. Justin Walker, among the top crop of the fastest players on this Rivets team, one of the best base runners, obviously behind Ryan Cole and Brendan Reback, and probably Jacob Vanderwall as well. That one misses inside, and so he will put one run on. The tying run is on deck. Ryan Cole now will go up and snag the gear of Justin Walker as Pat Leffler, the leadoff man, comes to the dish. Leffler struggling today with 3 flyouts, and he gets plunked right there, and he'll get to go to first base freely as that one, first pitch, hit Pat Leffler. That's the 8th time he's been hit this year. It actually ties the single-season record for batters for the Rockford Rivets in times hit by a pitch in 1 year. So with not even halfway through the season, if he gets plunked one more time, he holds that random record. Tying run at the plate now for the Rockford Rivets, trying a top of the ninth rally against the Battle Creek Bombers. First pitch swinging, fouled away by Ryan Cole. 0 for 2 today, but he has reached base twice on walks. Noah Reed at the mound, and it's Drake Osborne now coming and having a few words with Reed, trying to calm him down a little bit maybe, and a firework just went off in center field. And I don't know if there was an inadvertent light there or maybe on purpose to distract somebody, get somebody out of their zone. The 0-1 coming now from Reed. That one's high in the zone. Reed really struggling to hit the strike zone after a walk and a hit by pitch in this top of the 9th inning. 1-1 now. That one misses the zone. Counts now 2-1. Reed stands 6'3", 215 pounds. 7 walks on the year to 12 strikeouts coming into this game. Only 7 hits allowed in 12 2/3 innings pitched. That throw goes high, and now it's a big hitter's count at 3-1. Ryan Cole, one of the shortest guys on this team, standing 5'11". Hard strike zone to hit, second on the team in walks. Swings on that one. It's going to put it high into center field, and the the shortstop Trujillo will be over that one for out number 2, and now it will be Jacob Vanderwall coming up, the last chance for the Rockford Rivets with a runner on first, a runner on second, and the tying run at the plate, down 3 to the Battle Creek Bombers. If there's anybody to do it, it could be Jacob Vanderwall, playing in his home state, the Grand Rapids, Michigan native. He has some pop, and he has the pride now as another firework goes off right as that pitch is thrown, and probably messing a little bit with the minds of both pitcher and batter as he swings and misses and goes down 0-1. 1 for 3 today. And that one hits the midsection area of Vanderwall, and he seems to be walking it off okay, and now it's going to be the pitching coach for the Battle Creek Bombers coming up and having a few words as he's loaded the bases against Wyatt Mascarella, who has an RBI already today, but that came all the way back in the top of the 1st inning. Mike Ruppenthal now coming out, and some fireworks are kind of going off now, maybe to celebrate the start of July. Not quite at the 4th of July yet, but nonetheless some celebration coming on as 1 month of summer is ending today, and the heat is showing that we are in June. So a hit by pitch has put Vanderwall and Loeffler on first and second. A walk put Loeffler on third, so no hits today, or no hits in this top of the 9th. And now Mascarella, I mentioned he had 2 home runs in one of the regional games for the St. John's baseball team just about a month ago. The catcher for the Rivets today played first yesterday and finished the game at catcher. Played catcher all day today, so some stamina probably getting to him as well. With 2 outs here in the top of the 9th, it's the last chance for the Rockford Rivets to mount a 3-run comeback against the Battle Creek Bombers. Bases loaded, and I'm sure the tense situation hasn't brought the sweat on these players for both sides. It's been the heat, but I'm sure it doesn't help. That one goes outside, misses again. Noah Reed trying to get his 2nd save of the year. The Flint, Michigan native. Here's the 2-0. That one is going to get by, but it will be a hustle play by Drake Osborne, the catcher behind the plate, to scoop it up. It almost hit Mascarella in the foot. Nonetheless, a 3-0 pitch, and that's really Justin Walker over on third, not wanting to make anything close at the plate and be the final out of the game. The 3-0 to Mascarella. Let's see if he gets the green light. Here's the pitch. Called strike, and an applause from the crowd as the accuracy troubles from Noah Reed maybe subsided. Now at 3-1, Mascarella sitting at the plate. Swings on that one right to the second baseman, and it will be the final out of the game on a line drive. The final score here, 7-4 at C.O. Brown Stadium. make sure to join us tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon actually, for the Sunday matinee game. 12:05 Central Time, 1:05 Eastern. Tyler Thornton, expected starting pitcher on the mound for the Rockford Rivets. Big country, going to get a chance to go. He has an 0-1 record right now. He's going to have a chip on his shoulder. I'll tell you what, it's going to be another hot one. So we will see you then. For the Rockford Rivets, my name is Scot Gladstone. Thanks for being with us. Stay cool tonight if it's hot where you are, because it's hot where I am. We'll see you next time. Rivets lose 7-4 to the Battle Creek Bombers. Tune in tomorrow at 12:05 Central for the next game of the series.